I wanted to talk about retro gaming, and I wanted to answer some questions that people have had about it. Um, so I have had some people comment and ask me things of why I play retro games. Now, a lot of y'all are probably asking that too, because some of y'all, specifically Xbox, PlayStation, mostly those types of people. Those people, they a lot of people today just mostly play new games, and that's all they play. Uh, Now there's a big reason. There's many reasons why you'd want it to get into it. You might be thinking, retro collector, is it worth buying it one of those big bulky CRTs with uh not as good graphics and not as good quality, or with an old video game console with the old controller? Yes. Yes, it's worth all that for many reasons. Now, I'm going to explain this in a good way. I just wanted to talk about this because a lot of people just don't understand it. So, the first reason is a lot of y'all are going to say, no, this is not true. But it is actually really, really cheap to get started. If you want to get a, let's say, Nintendo console, PlayStation console original, there you go. You can afford it for $80 or maybe even less. And that's a video game console by itself, or with controllers and wires altogether. $80 or less, sometimes more if you get it like in really good condition with the box. But I recommend just getting the console itself with the controllers. And then the games. The games are actually really, really good. Trust me on this. The games are so worth it. It's like you just won't believe how fun they are. You know, and after you get some great games, you're gonna realize after you plug it into your HD TV, it's not gonna look very good. So this is where the CRT comes in. It depends on where you want to put it, what kind of space you have, and your financial things going on. Now, if you can find one at a very cheap store, like where I get them, you can go to wherever, and if you have a family member that has one, then get it from them. You bring that home and put it wherever you can. I have 3 of them, of course, for retro gaming and tapes if I want to watch VHS tapes or stuff like that. Mostly retro, though. So I have that there for a reason. Now, I recommend if you aren't huge on getting a huge one, I just recommend if you are not, like if you're getting started, just try and find a smaller one. One that's not too heavy to carry, or, and doesn't require 6, 4, 3, 2 people to carry. If you can find someone who's strong enough to carry one of those really big ones and you have the room, I recommend it because those will give you a really good quality for if you want to watch or use the TV. And another thing about retro gaming, you need them for like Zapper games or the Power Glove that I have, or mostly it works a lot better because you have to try and put it on your TV. But I recommend Velcro with that. Rob the Robot, he requires it. So many different accessories just require them. You have to get the CRTs, or else it won't work. So if you find one that's not on the street that works, take it. Take it right away. It's gonna be great once you get it. Another thing, yes, after you've got your brand new console, all the games you want, the controllers, and the TV, plug it all in and get going. It's really easy and it's so convenient versus like some of the new stuff today. Sure, that those are great consoles. I still recommend getting them. It's just, I mean, for a lot of people, we all like to go to back to the past and go to retro gaming and play immediately. Like in new games today, sure, I know it's not that long, but sometimes it can be. Where if you're playing a game, or you start it up, it takes a while to load, or you have to update it and wait a couple hours. But if you get a retro console, they don't even require that at all. The only way that you could possibly that could possibly happen is if you get like, let's see, like Xbox 360 and those kind of consoles. Anything that's newer, Wii, all those, anything above that, DS, 3DS, like those are gonna require it. But if you want those, I recommend it. If you just don't want to do this, then that's fine too. Just get into it, have fun. But if you happen to find the CRT, the console, and everything, plug it in and test the speed of it. Like, it's actually really, really good quality for speed. It boots up right away. The game goes to the start screen. You press start, and there you go. You're playing. And that is what I really love about it. It's like so quick, so fast to do anything. And I like that so much about anything retro. And that is why I have so many consoles. And another thing of why you should get into retro gaming, or could get into it if you wanted to, is because, like I said, a lot of people like it for many reasons, but one other reason is people like it for nostalgia. If you grew up with them, then that's awesome. A lot of people do that. But I'm talking like the youth of today. We shouldn't be wasting so much money on new technology today. It doesn't always have to be this way. Like, I know that adults will do this, but sometimes, very rarely, you'll see people like me, who's 13, that will do this stuff. There are very few people that have taken in the hobby, and I recommend it. It's actually really, really fun. The other thing about it is it's just so convenient because they're actually really easy to find. If you can't find them in a store nearby you or a town nearby, then order it. It will come in and it will work. But another thing, yes, you're gonna need it. You need to get rubbing alcohol and Q-tips. Have that by your side and you'll be good. If there's a problem with your console, it depends on what it is. Like, you might need a replacement pin connector, or you might need to clean it. Yeah, it's easy. Just take it, you just get a screwdriver, take it out, clean it, replace the part, and there you go. It's really easy stuff. Anyone can fix a console. Anyone who, even people that have never gotten into it, or anyone can do it. I've even done it. I've replaced a 72-point pin connector on an old Nintendo. I recommend it because they just are built to last. Nothing today is built to last anymore. Like your iPhone, your Samsung phone, your Google phone. No, those are not supposed to last. They're only going to last a couple years, maybe 10 or less. 10 years or less, and that's really it. Then they're going to die off. Same with anything, everything will break, but come on. 41 years that my Atari has been around, and it still works just fine. 41 versus 10 years. Or less. Take your pick. I choose retro. Thanks for watching.